Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Maldonado and today we will be presenting on ABB Group's Expatriate training in Switzerland. This is the agenda for today's presentation as we will be providing in-depth analysis on ABB Group's organizational structure, management philosophies, followed by living and working in Switzerland, and then closing out with a brief explanation on the criteria that will be included or excluded from our guidebook. I would like to introduce to you the team for today. As I previously stated, my name is Joseph Maldonado and I am the leader for this presentation. Of course, this research and presentation could not have been done alone, and as such, we have Nusrat Sarabanti as our head researcher, Jack Welty as our editor-in-chief, and Mustafa El-Sayed as our spokesperson. The objective for today's presentation is to provide an understanding of training for future ABB Group expats before they take on managerial positions in Switzerland. We will be discussing critical information for managers who will be living and working in Switzerland so that they may have a successful integration into the company's operations and leading teams. The final objective of today's presentation is to provide inclusionary and exclusionary criteria for ABB Group's guidebook for future expats and our reasoning for selecting or excluding that information. Now, I do not want to elaborate on ABB Group's organizational structure, but it is important to know the foundation of their structure to have a deeper understanding of their management philosophies. As part of their organization structure, ABB Group utilizes a global matrix that focuses on balancing the business focus of every business area in conjunction with 1,300 local companies around the world that are grouped together under the umbrella of several country-based holding companies. This is important to mention as we discuss the decentralized management and empowerment for host country managers to make critical decisions. Currently, ABB Group has nearly 110,000 employees globally, with a small corporate staff to help retain necessary control, but they rely heavily on regional and home country managers for operational and strategic decisions. Comprising their corporate staff, ABB Group has 21 executive-level employees, 8 members on the board of directors, 49 employees on the leadership team, 37 employees for sales and business development, and 31 employees in engineering and technical roles. In total, ABB Group has approximately 150 executive leaders to lead almost 110,000 global employees, employing a 1 to 733 executive to employee ratio. ABB Group utilizes a decentralized setup affording full ownership and accountability to each division in their strategies, performance, and resources. This ABB way provides for the glue that holds the company together. Figure 2 showcases each sector of the ABB way and the values that contribute to making the ABB way successful. ABB Group places strong emphasis on performance management to drive accountability, transparency, and speed across their divisions. The company provides select standardized policies, processes, and systems to promote governance and integrity, ultimately allowing them to build and protect brand image and reputation. If you recall me saying that ABB Group has an umbrella of several country-based holding companies, they are also a collection of individualized national companies operating in their respective home countries. As such, every executive has the authority to contribute to decisions based on their expertise within their respective business area, highlighting a decentralized approach to their management that leverages global talent and regional perspectives. This duality within ABB Group's global matrix organization combines decentralized responsibility with individual accountability. With ABB Group's global leadership structure, decentralized decision-making, global talent, regional perspectives, and integrated global strategy, the company primarily utilizes a geocentric management philosophy while incorporating some regiocentric ideologies. As Doe describes, a geocentric multinational corporation regards subsidiary managers throughout the corporation to be equal with those at the headquarters or executive level. However, there are some additional tendencies from the regiocentric approach that ABB Group utilizes, such as relying on local managers from a specific region to handle their respective operations within that area. We see this approach with regard to the company's dual principle and decentralized authority with individual responsibility. Now, I would like to introduce Nusrat to describe and present living in Switzerland.
Thanks, Joseph. This is Nusrat. Hello, everyone. Hello, Professor. So, I'm going to talk about the living in Switzerland situation right now. So, the the guidebook from like the ABB group has for like our US employees and for the families for the transactions to live in Switzerland. So during this guidebook, they have like 3 day orientation for the employees to learn more about the cultural, personal, and professional information about about Switzerland. So let's talk about the cultural adaptations and awareness. So ABB Group has a training program like which help and employees and their families deal with the Switzerland's wide range of language and societal situations. Like this build relationship and improves the chances of successful assignment, which is backed up by research by Carter's. Like he found out like 44% of companies found intercultural training to help with adjustment. Okay, so next is practical living. So, locating rental accommodation in Switzerland can be very difficult task. Also, like it's the renting prices are very high right now due to the high demand and high live of cost of living. But like this group, our group's guide offers inexpensive resources for determining the most appropriate accommodations, budgeting, and navigating rental agreements, which is extremely important due to the nature of the rental market. Also, I try to like show you some percentages of like the living situation in Switzerland. Although the living cost is very high, people are living happily. Like 76% people are living happily in Switzerland because of the other facilities they have. So family education is essential for as like essential for expatriates because like as family issues are responsible for like 23% of assignment terminations according to the book. So ABB Group offers like the resources on student educational options, after school activities, and support networks to assist families in adjusting and establishing connections, which eliminates one of the most common challenges in expert assignments. So I try to give the percentage of like the education system in Switzerland is pretty good. Like with with no qualifications, they are getting like 46% of jobs. Other than that, the with qualifications, they have ended up getting like 87% jobs, and employed like with very high qualifications is like 79%. So their education system is pretty good in terms of the other first world countries. So let's talk about the healthcare and social services. So healthcare. So if Switzerland requires like health insurance for all the inhabitants, including the expats, so which can be complicated. So our guide help can help you our employees to identify providers. So understanding insurance and get emergency treatment like which healthcare is high quality and expensive. So thus experts must choose the correct insurance plan. And social services offers comprehensive social services for families, children, and elderly. Communicating and support organizations and can assess expense, integrate, and manage daily life. Understanding these programs can help experts feel supported and connected to the community. So, for the work life balance, Switzerland offers comprehensive social services for family children and elderly. So our company tried to uh, try to understand. Our company helps you to try to understand this program can help express feel support and connected to the community. So that's all for me. Jack will continue from the next. Thank you.
Societal differences. Switzerland is a true democracy where the people are empowered. This means that the vast majority of legislation is voted on by all of the voter population. Public transportation is significantly more prevalent. It is relied on and trusted more in all areas of Switzerland. Switzerland lives their lives in far more of a autonomous state. Most of the points on this slide also point to that. As a culture, everything works together in their society rather than many individuals working in their own interests. In Switzerland, they have love for participation sports. This means sports that are played by everyday people on a smaller, more local stage, such as tennis, golf, or biking. Requirements to work in Switzerland. You are personally responsible for acquiring the proper visa to live in the country. This includes all of the family members. Work permits are also required for non-European Union nationals. This would include a worker from the United States. These permits are not very easy to obtain. The employer is required to demonstrate that you working in Switzerland is in the best interests of their economy in order for your work permit to be granted. Education for children of the expat family. Switzerland has some of the best education in the world. They currently rank in the top 10 of the 80 current members of the OECD/PISA educational standard. The United States sits at spot 18 on that same list. This allows good opportunities for the expats' families' children to get an even better education than they would back home. A potential issue here is with the possible language barrier. Some schools are English-based, but many are not. International schools are the most common among expat families. International schools are prevalent in Switzerland, and they offer an education with a similar structure to how it would be back home in the United States. This is the easiest transition for the children.
As we can see here, that there's a lot of languages that are being used in Switzerland. As you can see, the map has like a division. We're dividing everything color between German, Switzerland German, Standard German, French, Italian, some Romanian, some bilingual. But overall, there is like a lot of like English speaking communities, and a lot of people are bilingual. About 45% of the population actually are speaking English. Uh, so there is not too much of a problem, and I actually find it is very good and very beneficial for kids of the employees that decide to travel to go work somewhere else to have like multilingual and multilingual to be bilingual or to learn different languages and also have to deal with different backgrounds for sure. As you guys can see here, we got like a page that has like what is included in our research and our PowerPoint and presentation and what is not included, what we discussed today about culture, compensation, managerial philosophies. What we have not got chance to talk about was the day-to-day operation, social life and sports, and crime rate. Usually those topics will need like a completely different presentation to get chance to talk about them. And finally, we'll wrap it up. Conclusions in here. Definitely, ABB is a multinational company based in Switzerland. Uses decentralized managerial decision making. ABB uses a blend of a geocentric and regiocentric management approach. Cost of living is high due to the ability of rental property, especially for the rental side of things. Work permit is required for a non-European citizen. High quality of living, active lifestyle, international school is very common, especially for anybody who is coming from outside the country. And language difference is a barrier or can be a barrier. Overall, Switzerland is a great place to live in. Highly recommended to give it a try if you're thinking about it. Thank